I love a good challenge, and I want to see how many books that I can read in 24 hours. And to make it even harder, I'm only going to read books that I already have on my shelves. Hi everyone, my name is Tori. This is Novel Life. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the start of a brand new 24-hour reading vlog. So I don't think I've actually ever done one of these on my channel, but I am very excited because this weekend I am taking the whole weekend and I am reading for 24 hours. So I am going to do the 12-hour and 12-hour method. A lot of people have done this and I was like, I actually really love this. So starting tomorrow, it's Friday afternoon that I'm filming this intro for you guys, but starting tomorrow on Saturday, I will be reading for 12 hours. I usually sleep in on Saturdays, so we'll start at like 12 p.m. and go to 12 a.m. I am a night child. I love to stay up late. That is my vibe. I am more so sleep in, stay up late type of a girl. So 12 noon to 12 midnight, which I'm very excited for. And then on Sunday, we're gonna do it all over again. And I'm very, very excited. So I wanted to tell you guys about the books that I've pulled off my shelves and how I'm going to make this even more challenging. And that I'm going to try and read as many books as possible. So I have a stack of books here. It is a lot of books. But basically what I did is I took books off my shelves that are a little bit on the shorter side. There is, I don't think any fantasy, maybe like one light fantasy book on here. My plan of attack for this weekend, okay, of how I'm going to read as many books as possible is I'm going to use audiobooks. So what I decided to do was I pulled some books off my shelf. I wanted to see if my Hoopla or my library apps, which is Libby and Hoopla, I wanted to see if they had those audiobooks available, and I kind of saved them. So whatever I'm in the mood for, I also might use a spinner wheel just to pick my books because I have no idea what I'm in the mood for to read wise. So yeah, a lot of these I already have audiobooks for, so I'm gonna go through them really quickly. Now the one that I don't necessarily have an audiobook for is the Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Lori Gilmore. This, the hold was like 10 weeks long, but the ebook was available to borrow. So I'm gonna put that on my Kindle, and this might be like what I read during reading sprints or anything like that. So this is a tentative one on my TBR, but I am very excited for this one. I think this is the 4th book in this series, yeah, and I'm very excited to read this one. I have a mix of contemporary romances. So the first one is Sinful Vow by Asia Monique. This is a Hello Lovely exclusive edition. When they did their Trope of the Month book box, it was all paperbacks, and I have this one. It has a bookmark in there. The audiobook is just under 8 hours or just under 9 hours. This is more of like a mafia, I have a feeling it's like an arranged marriage or something like that. So I am very excited for this one. Like I said, audiobooks is my plan of attack. Now, this next one kind of confused me. I have 2 copies of this one book. Have I read this? No, I haven't. So I have the Hello Lovely exclusive edition, which I don't know what box this was in. And then I was sent this from VPR, which is Valentine PR, the PR company for Piper Lawson. So I have this too. It's a book 1 in a series, but the audiobook is less than 6 hours long. And I'm like, wow, this must be like just really spread out. But yeah, it's very short, so I figured this will be a good see if I like it. If not, I'll unhaul these books. But that is a sports romance, more Grumpy Sunshine-esque. I also have a historical fiction, which is The Family She Never Met. This is about a woman who is learning about her Cuban heritage. It's about her identity and finding out all of that, so I'm very excited for this one. I am hosting a historical fiction readathon later this month in July, starting on July 14th and going through July 20th. It's a week-long readathon that I'm hosting with Christy from Krista Reads a Lot, but I wanted to throw maybe one historical fiction on here just to have some variety. The next one I have is The Fortunes of Jade Women by Carolyn Hewen. So this was sent to me by Atria. This is a little bit on the shorter side as well. It is about 9 hours, I think the audiobook was, and this is more like women's fiction, a mother and her 3 daughters, a mother going through a crisis and like where she's going in life. So I thought this would be fun to add to this TBR. Now this is another one I don't have the audiobook for, but it is an ARC. It says It Sounds Like Trouble by Pamela Samuels Young and Dwayne Alexander Smith. This is more of a Mr. and Mrs. Smith retelling-ish type thing. I saw that and I immediately was like, request please. So I do have this on my Kindle, and it is less than 250 pages. So this will be another book that when I sit down and do reading sprints, or when I sit down and actually physically read, this will be one that I read. I have You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. This is about a woman who lost the love of her life 5 years ago. She's living with her best friend. She's an artist. She kind of like has her new life planned out, and she's like trying to step into the dating scene, so I'm excited for this one. I also have Something Like Fate by Amy Lee. This one's on the longer side, so I don't know if I'm going to read this one. This is about 12 hours for an audiobook. It's more women's fiction, I think. It is part 13 going on 30, part To All the Boys I've Loved Before. So it seems more women's fiction rom-com-y, which I'm not necessarily in the mood for, so we might give it a try, but it's actually read and listen on KU. So yeah, thank you to Amazon Publishing for actually sending me this physical copy, but it is read and listening on KU. And my audiobook just came in for Wings of Starlight by Allison Saff, so this was actually on my summer TBR. I did a whole video where I talked about books that I have on my TBR for the summer. This is one of them. So this is the only one that's like fantasy-esque, but I think it's more just like a reimagining of Tinkerbell, if I'm not mistaken, and it has like really cool art on the back of him. So yeah, this is also 12 hours so of an audiobook, so it'll be this one or the other one. But I do have some fun plans for the weekend. I say fun as in like not very exciting to you, but for me, I'm getting my nails done, so I have to go do that. I also want to stop at Barnes & Noble, maybe get myself a Starbucks cookie and just look at books while I listen to an audiobook, you know, just like self-care day, you know? That's what I want to do, so I hope you come along with me. Let's get this vlog started. I think I'm going to put all the books on a spinner wheel and then choose one when I'm having breakfast so I can dive right in. Starting at 12, I will be having a timer that I set that I'll show you guys too, so I can count down 24 hours from when I start reading. So I'm very excited. Let's see if I'm up for the challenge to not only read as many books as I can in 24 hours, but also only read books on my physical TBR. So let's get this vlog started. Hello! I got my nails done. They're blue. It was inspired by a friend who recently posted that she got like super blue, this like bright sapphire blue, I guess you could say, royal blue, I don't know. I was inspired, so I was like, why not? It's very vibrant. I have to get used to it. I did bring my books with me though, because I have a pretty big update. I think this is actually the first time that I'm talking to you today. Okay, so I got my nails done. I'm about to go into Barnes & Noble, yada, yada, yada. I did finish Game Changer by Piper Lawson. I finished this, when did I finish this? On the way to the nail salon, and I did reading sprints this morning. I started at 12 and I finished this about 4 when I got to the nail salon, so it took me about 4 hours to read this between doing all the things, and I think I'm gonna land at a 2.5 star for this one. I personally did not like it. I also didn't know it ended on a cliffhanger until I saw Goodreads reviews, and I got to the end of this book and I was like, oh, cool, it's not even their completed story. No wonder it's so short. Like, no wonder the audiobook's only 6 hours. But it felt very like insta-lovey, if that makes sense, and that's not really like my favorite thing to read. So yeah, insta-lovey, Grumpy Sunshine, like it was fine, but like there was nothing like super special about it. Now I did pick up A Sinful Vow. I started listening to this while I was getting my nails done, but my nail tech was a little chatty, so, which I love her. I always go to her when I make an appointment. If I can remember to make an appointment, I always make it with her. So I'm listening to this one. It's Mafia. She's actually a badass, I'm not gonna lie. It opens up with her shooting a rifle at one of like the 5 heads of the family or something like that, and she's pretty badass. Not gonna lie, and I'm really liking that. So I literally am only 30 minutes into the audiobook, but I think I'm gonna treat myself and just put on some headphones, because I brought my headphones with me. Put on my headphones, walk around Barnes & Noble, listen to this book a little bit, and just relax. I might get myself a cake pop if they have them. It's towards the end of the day, so I don't know if they'll have cake pops, but I want a cake pop or chocolate chip cookie, something like slightly sweet, so I'm gonna get that. So it's 5:23, so we're 5 hours and 23 minutes down. I down a book. I hope to finish Sinful Vow today. I do have to go home and like cook dinner and all that stuff, which I can listen to an audiobook for. So yeah, this 24-hour reading vlog is going good. Outside, it says it's 102 degrees outside, guys. 102 degrees. That is crazy. It is so hot here. Anyway, it's hot sitting in this car. So I'm gonna go into Barnes & Noble and we'll see what is new there.
Cool. Yeah, some of those will be nice. some of those will be nice.
Hello. Sorry for the bad lighting. It is just dark here. It is 10 p.m. and according to my timer, I have 13 hours, 45 minutes, 30 seconds. Hi, kitty cat. I unfortunately fell asleep for 3 hours. I love that I nap. I love it. Just literally, I was listening to my audiobook when I got home from Barnes & Noble, getting my nails done, all of that stuff, and I fell asleep. Reading update for you guys. I am 25% into Sinful Vow. Let me see where this chapter is. Oh, interesting. They don't have chapters. Is that supposed to? The audiobook has chapters, but this physical book doesn't have chapters. I know, mommy. Yeah, I don't know where I'm at because I don't have the chapters, but I'm 25% in. That's what my audiobook says. So I think I'm gonna pause this book for tonight because I have a physical book that I do really, really want to get to. Not the Strawberry Pancake House. I want to read Sounds Like Trouble. So this one is on the shorter side. It's just over 200 pages. And because I have basically like an hour and 45 minutes left today, I hope to get to about 100 pages. So that is my goal. That's my goal that I want to do. So I'm gonna, oh, hello, Mimi. I'm gonna put this on pause and I'll finish this audiobook tomorrow morning. And then I'm gonna get a little bit farther into it. So we'll see how many books I get read. I wanted to read 6, but I think I'm gonna, because I took a nap, I think I'm gonna only read 5. But yeah, I have some reading journaling stuff I want to do tomorrow at my desk, so I'll definitely read Sinful Vow tomorrow. But that is my quick little reading check-in. I have all 3 books here, and yeah, I love that I took a nap, but literally it wouldn't be a 24-hour reading vlog if I didn't take a nap, because I'm literally the nap queen. If you don't know me, I take naps all the time. So that's all I have. I will talk to you guys probably tomorrow. Hello, it is the first time I'm talking to you today. Happy Sunday. I will say I'm very tired today. It's 4 p.m. So let me check my clock. How long do we have left? I do have some reading updates. They're not the most exciting, but we have 7 hours, just under 8 hours left. So that probably means I'll pick one more book, but your girl is tired today. I woke up, I listened to some of my audiobook, I did some laundry, normal things around my house, and I got ready to film. Hence why we're in my library. So reading updates, I have decided to DNF Sounds Like Trouble. So this one, the premise sounds really, really, really good. But the farther I was getting into it, so I got, how many pages? 50 pages in, 55 technically. And the farther I was getting into this book, the more I realized that I just was not liking it. It felt very like cliche, if that's like the right word. I'm pretty sure that's the right word. It's like there are these 2 private investigators. They are like pushed into a meeting with 3 mafia bosses from like different crime families, and then they're swooped into another meeting with the LAPD, and they're like, why did you meet with these 3 mafia guys? You know, like, so they're trying to like play both sides, I guess. And the farther they get into like this job that they have to do, it kind of got cliche. It's like, I went to throw this and it bounced off this and it hit the glass, and it was just like too cliche in that way. And that is not really what I was thinking this was gonna be, so unfortunately I'm DNFing this. I don't count these as books like completed, if that makes sense. So like for the sake of the readathon, I tried this book. It'll go in like my wrap up, but I'm not counting it as like completed, if that makes sense. So I will say that I just finished, like while I was getting ready and stuff, Sinful Vow by Asia Monique. So I love a good mafia romance. When's the last time I read a mafia? I tried Caught Up by Navessa Allen, because the hero is supposed to be in the mafia and stuff like that, and I was really excited for that one. No, that one did not work. So I love a good mafia romance where it's actually like high stakes and there's a lot of things going on with the mafia, and this one it is. I know I mentioned that she's a badass, and she definitely is a badass in her own way. She's been like trained from a like pretty young age to like fight, hold the gun, all this stuff like that, so I really liked this. But I also kind of love the arranged marriage part because it's a little different. I don't want to spoil anything, but it is like a slightly different. The audiobook is really good. It's a dual POV, so you get both points of views. Yeah, I think this is actually a really good start to the series because she introduces a bunch of other different characters. And yeah, I actually really like this. I think I'm gonna land at like a solid 4 stars. I felt like the romance was like kind of insta-lovey, insta-lusty, but it is on the shorter side. Like it's a less than 8-hour audiobook. Like I think this is about 250 pages. So for it to be kind of like on the shorter side, I kind of don't mind the insta-lovey, insta-lusty. I do wish it was like slightly longer and we got more like action stuff, but that's like me being like really nitpicky, but I really liked this one. So yeah, I'm gonna land at a 4 star for this one. So 2 books down, 3 books total, 2 books finished, 1 DNF. And I think this will be my last one that I'm gonna pick with you guys, and I'm gonna read it because like honestly I could like push myself to try and read 2 more books in 8 hours, but I don't have like the brain capacity today. I'm like very like brain foggy. I don't know what's up, but so these are the 5 I have left, and let's spin the wheel and let's see which one we land on. Oh, there we go. Spin the wheel. Wings of Starlight. Okay, actually I'm very excited for that one. I was hoping for either Wings of Starlight or You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. So even though I'm not going to get to this one like this weekend, I do think that I'm actually going to keep my audiobook hold and listen to it throughout the week because I don't have that many audiobooks because I'm really excited for that one. But I will be starting Wings of Starlight. I'm very excited for that. Okay, I was not expecting that actually. So not only am I knocking out a book off of my summer TBR, I'm also very excited because I think this is like lighter fantasy. So it says, before she was queen of Pixie Hollow, she was a young fairy who had to choose between duty and her heart. So I'm going to start the audiobook for this one. Like I said, I do have some reading journaling to do. I want to make some graphics later today during reading sprints, and then I can actually sit down and read this, and I'm very excited. So yeah, I'm super excited. I love this cover and I love the back, so I'm actually very excited for that. I'm glad I picked that one. So I'm gonna pop on over and film, and then I'll start reading that one. Guys, I'm really tired. Oh man. I'm here to close out this vlog. I really hope that this is a success for like a vlog wise, because I filmed a lot of content, but like until I go to edit it, I don't really know how it's gonna turn out. I did hope you guys enjoy this 24-hour reading vlog. I wanted to read 6 books and I ended at 3. I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself and it didn't need to be that much. But I do have a reading update. I finished this adorable book. So I went into this book not really knowing what to expect. And it was cute. This is more like middle grade YA. And it was going at like a solid, pretty solid like 4 stars for most of the book. I was listening to the audiobook while I did like all the things today. I did reading sprints, I was making graphics, stuff like that. And then I just sat down on the couch and finished the book. I finished physically reading it. So I always physically read faster. And so I had like 65, I was at 65%. And so I finished this within like the last hour and a half. It's a really quick read. I will say it's very whimsical. It's very cute. It's very, I'm walking into Disneyland or like walking into a fairy tale. Like that's the vibe I was getting. I did not like the ending. Yeah, I did not like the ending of this. I didn't know what to expect, but like the last page, I was like, that's it? That's what happened in this book? So yeah, I feel a little conflicted. I landed at a 3.5 star for this one. Like I said, it was a 4 star, but I think I am gonna keep this on my shelves because when I went to Love Y'all Book Fest, I bought this book and Allison Saff signed it to me. So I think I am gonna keep it because I love the cover and I love the back for the art of our hero. So yeah, it was cute. I just did not like that ending. So I'm a little conflicted. I don't want to say anything about it, but I didn't know that it's not based on Tinkerbell. It's based on Queen, oh my gosh, how do you pronounce her name? Clarion. And apparently in the Tinkerbell movie, which I have not watched, but now I'm like very interested. I'm like, do I watch the Tinkerbell movie while I work tomorrow? In the Tinkerbell movie, you see Queen Clarion already as queen, and in this book it's like the prequel to that. So it's like before she becomes queen, she's like learning all the things from the previous queen and stuff like that. And I like the whimsicalness of like all the different, like I guess they call it courts, like when they cross from like winter to spring and all like the season, courts, seasonal ministers, that's what they're called. Like I liked it. I just was like, that ending really bugged me. I was like, come on, after everything, really? Anyway, so this is my 3rd and final book. I did DNF, Sounds Like Love, so technically I did try 4 books, but 24-hour reading vlogs are really hard. I don't know if I'll do this again. This is hard. I think it's harder specifically for me personally today is usually if I'm vlogging and I'm not feeling good one day, then I just don't vlog that day. But because not only am I doing a 48-hour readathon with my Patreon, which I loved reading sprints all weekend with them, I felt like I had to be like on, but I am exhausted today. Like I am having like a bad like fatigue day, if that makes sense, which I'm hoping that means my joints aren't going to hurt tomorrow. Like I'm glad I didn't go anywhere. I didn't really do anything. I rested a lot. I didn't take a nap today because my brother called me, and so I had to answer my phone. And then I talked to my parents because they're on vacation. So like I didn't really have a nap today, which I am queen of naps. Hello, my name is Tori. I'm queen of naps. I usually take a nap every weekend, like every day of the weekend. So like Saturday, Sunday, I will take a nap. So yeah, I'm just having like a really awkward like fatigue day. So if I seemed different in the today part of the vlog, life with a chronic illness, okay? Like I'm open and honest about that. Like it's just a low energy. I had an Alani and it barely did anything. I think it gave me that like pep in my step to film a video, which is going up later this week for you guys. But your girl is tired. So I'm ending this reading vlog today, right now. Technically on my counter, it's still going. I have an hour and 41 minutes. But I mean, I probably could read a novella, but I'm not doing that. I think this 24-hour reading vlog was a success. It was a good trial for me. I don't know if I'm gonna do them again. They're really difficult on me, But I think next time, instead of picking books off my shelf that like have been on my shelf for a while, I think I might pick books that I'm actually really excited about, because I feel like that would make it like more fun. Like all the books, I mean, I love the Asia Monique one. I did read 1 out of like the 4 were so good. The 2 were lower ratings. 1 I DNF'd, 1 was a 2.5 star, 1 was a 3.5 star, 1 was a 4 star. So not horrible, but not the best. But if you've made it this far and you want to let me know, leave me a little fairy emoji for little Clarion, because she's a little Tinkerbell, like little queen pixie fairy of Pixie Hollow, and I thought it was so cute. Anyway, leave me a fairy emoji in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content from me. As always, I hope you live a good novel life, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.